Network Rail has pleaded guilty to health and safety failings over a train crash which killed 3 people near Stonehaven on the 12th of August 2020. Our correspondent Matthew Thompson joins us from Aberdeen now. Matthew, just remind us of the story and what Network Rail has pleaded guilty to exactly.
Sure. So in 2020, a few years ago, there was very, very heavy rainfall in this part of the country, in Aberdeenshire. In fact, a month's worth of rainfall fell between the hours of 6 and 9 o'clock in the morning on the day of this tragic train crash. And the train, the 0638 train from Aberdeen to Glasgow, was travelling on the tracks at Stonehaven, a few miles south of where I am now. And it was travelling at some speed, about 73 miles an hour. And it hit some debris that had been washed onto the tracks by a landslide. It then derailed, it skidded into a bridge and then down an embankment. And as a result, 3 people travelling on that train, the driver, Brett McCullough, the conductor, Donald Dinnie, and a passenger, Christopher Stuchbury, all tragically lost their lives. 6 other people travelling on the train were injured, some of them very seriously. So what's happened today is that Network Rail has essentially pled guilty to a variety of health and safety failings that ultimately contributed to that fatal crash. They include, for example, failing to warn the driver that the track was unsafe, failing to tell the driver that he should reduce the speed of the train, and also a variety of maintenance and construction failings that essentially meant that the there wasn't sufficient drainage on the track to prevent the risk of landslides washing debris onto it. Now, we've had some reaction from families and relatives. Trish Ewan, the partner of the conductor, Donald Dinnie, said in a statement that the crash had turned her life upside down, said that it was right that there was now criminal accountability for this totally avoidable incident. Other lawyers acting for the families said that there was an astounding, in their words, variety and volume of negligence that contributed to this national tragedy. Network Rail has accepted responsibility for much of that. The hearing is still going on in Aberdeen High Court behind me. It's scheduled to last for 2 days, so into tomorrow. We will get sentencing at some point, not clear exactly when. It may well be tomorrow. We might expect it would take the form of some kind of fine for Network Rail, who have already assured the court that safety changes have been made that in theory should prevent this kind of tragedy from ever happening again.